Duke Keith here with your Hyundai Sun Bowl update as the 24th ranked NC State Wolfpack are touchdown favorites over the Arizona State Sun Devils. This despite the status of the Pack's all-everything defensive end Bradley Chubb, who is pictured here not in pads and practicing with his teammates very clearly. This is not definitely a repeat of what started with last season's Sun Bowl when Stanford's Christian McCaffrey elected to sit out as he prepared for the NFL draft. But it's not definitely not a repeat either, so probably it's a repeat. Many draft experts have Chubb being picked by the Colts as third overall in next year's draft. So the fallout from a college football playoff continues. Ultimately, it is Chubb's choice, and it looks like he's made it. Although NC State head coach Dave Doran looked a bit irritated to have to not answer the same question again.
No, it's not strategy. I mean, we want the focus to be on our football team. That's what he wants. That's what we want. There's a lot of great players on this team that deserve that kind of attention, and we're not going to make it about something that he doesn't want it to be.
Chubb's likely absence won't phase the Wolfpack's defense, though, according to linebacker Jared Fernandez.
We're a real close-knit group. You know, with Chubb out there, we're close-knit. Without Chubb, we're still close-knit. And I just think that's something we really pride ourselves on. We have a brotherhood, and, you know, we all grew up together, been playing together since, like, freshmen. So we really got that real tight-knit and that bond.
So lots of seniors, solid D, and then there's the X factor of Jalen Samuels, NC State's do-everything offensive threat, who has never had an actual position, much less an actual position coach.
Throughout practice, like whenever running backs get tracks and stuff, I go with the running backs, go with the receivers, and go with the tight end. So I'm just flip-flopping, you know, all around, just practice. So I've been doing it for 4 years straight. So
as for the Wolfpack's plans for ASU, Doran says having Todd Graham, the outgoing head coach, now calling plays for his final game makes things a little more complicated.
You know, it's just going to be more adjusting than it is anything. You just don't know what's going to be different. You know, I mean, Coach Bennett will call their defense, Coach Slocum their special teams, so you expect those areas to be what the 12 games showed you. But offensively, it's going to be more about the adjustment period, you know, in the first quarter, if there's some things that are different with Coach Graham calling it.
See, here's where things get weird. See, Todd Graham was fired about a month ago, and new head coach Herm Edwards has already been hiring assistants and recruiting. He was going to keep offensive coordinator Billy Napier, but then Napier took the Louisiana Lafayette head coach's job, but was going to stay on through the Sun Bowl. But at the Sun Bowl coordinator's press conference, surprise, it's Todd Graham. Just another patty to ASU's crazy burger of a season. Not even Tempe's formerly infamous heart attack grill could add this many layers without the whole thing falling over. But Graham insists that his Sun Devils will only be taking one bite at a time.
You're going to have distractions. You're going to have change in life. You're going to have tough things happen to you. It's how you respond to them. And so I think it's been a great time for us and a great teaching moment for us as a staff to really model to our players how do you respond to adversity and distractions. When you build a culture, when you have values in place, it doesn't just fall apart when you face a little bit of adversity. So it's been very productive.
You know, it hasn't dampened the spirits of ASU's players. You might remember running back Demario Richard. Last we saw him in 2014, he was tying the Sun Bowl record by scoring 4 touchdowns in ASU's win over Duke as a freshman. Now he's a senior, and he's ready for one more game, despite all the noise.
His time's going to be adverse. It's going to be adverse times, you know, but without adversity, what are you? You know, if everything is sweet and dandy your whole life, and when something gets hard, you ain't going to know how to respond to it. So, you know, we've been through a lot of adverse situations, but we got through it. You know, we still here, we still blessed, we still a successful football team, and we're ready to play.
This could be an intriguing game. ASU plays with pace, and if they're not distracted, and they aren't playing Bradley Chubb, well, a wise man once told me bowl games are all about underdogs. We'll see how much ASU really wants to fight for their outgoing coaches. I will say this, if Sparky is distracted, this one could get ugly. Kickoff for the 84th Hyundai Sun Bowl is Friday at 1 p.m. Stick around with us here on 600 ESPN El Paso for the post-game analysis. Lots of video and highlights and plenty more. And keep attention throughout the game on our Twitter feeds at 600 ESPN El Paso. Follow me at Duke Keith. We'll see you on the flip side.